Hey, welcome to another episode of Fishing Is My Summer Job. I'm fishing for flatheads tonight. This one here, if you watch it, something's got the bluegill pretty excited. Hopefully, we got a flatty down there chasing it. I don't know if you can see it, but I got a big log jam and brush pile here. I'm in pretty deep water, and we're gonna give it a shot. If not, I got another spot down the river further that we'll go to. So, hang tight. And hopefully we can get a flathead while it's light, and if not, I'll flip some lights on so you can see it when we land it.
So in Michigan, we're allowed to run 3 rods. I've got 2 rods, the rods on the right side of the screen, that are both out running sinker slides with some big, probably size 8 circle hooks with bluegills. And on the yellow rod, or the bill rod, I'm running probably another size 8, or no, probably size 6 circle hooks with some cut bait. I also ran some shrimp at different times during the night. At the beginning, when it was still light out, the small catfish were just banging that rod right and left, as you're going to see here in the video. And then the rod with the bluegill in front of me here actually got pulled down nice and slow and steady, and then I missed the fish here in a minute. You'll get a chance to see that. What I found is you put the bluegills out, you kind of watch them, and your rod tips will behave a certain way. And then all of a sudden, out of the clear blue, they start going crazy. And that's usually a sign that something is there chasing fish. This was a good sign. Actually, both of those rods got taken down when it was light out. I should have let the fish run more. I had the drag set light, so when they take it, when they finally get it in their mouth, they should start pulling drag, and when they do that, that's the time to reel up on them, and hopefully that circle hook sets in their mouth. I was jumping the gun a little bit, but you know, that's the way it goes. I'm living and learning. This is kind of a new game for me. The catfishing part, not so much, but the flathead part. So, like I say, it was this last week has been really interesting. I think on this particular trip, and you'll get to see a flathead I landed. It wasn't a very big one, but I did land one. And then I lost 2 at the boat. One of them snapped my 30-pound leader like nothing on a last run. It come right up to the boat. I was going for the net. And it was dark, and the video turned out terrible, so I don't have that. But I had one break off, and then I had another one that I'm pretty sure was a flathead. They just fight way different than channel cat. I guess the best way to describe it is if you've ever caught a fish that just runs you anywhere it wants to. Kind of like the salmon will. It's just a little slower than the salmon. So, yeah. So just kind of sit back and enjoy, and we'll get to this next segment here in a minute. So I want to apologize for the film quality. This is where my camera finally died for the night. I've been running it for a while. You can kind of hear I adjusted as much as I could, so you can see. Hopefully, you can see a little bit of what's going on. I do hit the headlight after I get the fish on. Now I've got still the 2 bluegills out, and I've got a rod out with the 2 hooks with a cut bait. That cut bait rod goes right there. I stand up to fight the fish, and I'll let you watch the rest here.
And it's the bill rod.
The bill rod. And I'd like to say, Bill, in case you've never heard the story, that's my father-in-law. He passed away before I married my wife. I kind of ended up with a rod, and I'll tell you what, it catches more fish than any rod that I have, which is kind of cool. And Bill came through and put me on my first
I think
flathead.
We got my first flathead.
You notice there's a small drop in sound. I was a little excited, may have said something I shouldn't say on the camera, so I took that off.
Now, it's not a big one, but it is a flathead.
Now the rest of this film, well, not all the rest of the film, but this next part in the dark, I've just got some different channel cats that I caught. I didn't get them all on film because my GoPros died, and I was just, got to hold my camera and do it. It's kind of hard to do. Um, some are a little more exciting than others. I got all different sizes fish. I got some that were
Flathead number 2.
this one's not really a flathead. It ends up just being a big channel. You'll hear me get excited in a second. But I got a variety of fish. It was just a really good time. I launched about
that's
7.
just a big channel, man.
I launched about
That's a
7
channel.
o'clock,
That's a monster.
so I could sneak out and catch a bunch of bluegills because I had no bait. I caught enough bluegills to get through the night.
Oh, it's just a big
I ended
channel.
up
Look
fishing
at that.
till.
Tomo.
I'm pretty excited there. I ended up fishing till about 3:30 in the morning. Most of the action was from dark till about maybe about 1:30, quarter to 2. And then it sort of slowed down, although I did have a hit on a big fish that I lost like right at 3:30, and I just said, I'm going. I'm going to grab a few of these from my neighbor's pond one of these days. He's got a little private pond. He wants some cats. And look at this one. He took the cut bait, and he got so much of it in his mouth, he couldn't even close his mouth. That's kind of what you're up against with these catfish. They are there to eat. They are aggressive, and they're fun. And look at the size of this monster. He was just big and nasty. And he fought like a channel cat. Now, don't go away. I ended up going back a couple days later. I'm just doing the editing right now. I got out there nice and early in the morning. I ended up catching a couple little channel cats. I thought, hey, my day's good. Then I got this guy. Take a look at that. That's all the way across the bottom of my boat. It's a big fish.
All right, I've been trying to get one of these for a while now. Look at this thing. It's a beaut. I don't have my scale to weigh it, but that's a good fish. My best one of these yet.
The consensus from everybody I've talked to who catches flatheads is that fish was somewhere in the upper 20s to low 30s. It was a lot of fun. Hey, thanks again for watching Fishing Is My Summer Job.